Hey everyone, welcome to Nick's Nook. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for popping in and checking out another video with me. I know it's been a little while, but I've been really busy with work and life. It's just that time of year. And yeah, so anyways, I got a couple bags today and I thought it would be a good idea to sit down and talk about coach quality because I certainly have questions and I'm hoping that as viewers you can help me out. Maybe we can have some constructive communication in the comment section below. However, I don't want this to be a negative in any way. I don't want people to come at me in the comments or, turn this space into something that it's not. I just want to have a conversation about what I noticed, what my thoughts and opinions are, and just kind of go from there. So, I also, before I get into that kind of content, just want to talk and say thank you to everyone who watched my last video, which was about the Rogue 31, the newest one that Coach had put out. I did end up keeping her. I'm actually going to pull her off the shelf and just bring her into frame really quick. Here she is, my Rogue 31. I had to keep her. I really think this is a gorgeous bag. She's a little bit dusty. I should probably dust her. But I did get to take her out twice and use her in the wild. So I got to kind of get a good feel for her, how I liked her as a carry. And I gotta say, she is a fantastic carry. My gripe that I kind of had on the last video, if you've watched it, was the space. Definitely smaller than my Rogue 30s, but kind of just a different silhouette, which makes it smaller for a reason. So anyways, and I think my brightness just went down. Maybe, I don't know. It's daylight, so I'm trying to do this while it's still daylight outside. But anyways, love the bag, and this is going to be a part of the discussion as well today because this bag is genuine full grain leather, and I want to talk about it because I thought I knew what it was, and after today's unboxings, when my bags came in, I was like, do I really know? So I need some help. So all the bags we're going to talk about today are genuine full grain leather, with the exception of a suede bag that I do have that I want to just kind of include in on the talk if I remember. But anyways, so here's the Rogue 31. I really love this leather. It's natural full grain leather. It's gorgeous. It's soft. In my opinion, it is delicate. I do think you have to be a little bit careful in terms of where you take your bags. That was one of the big reasons why I couldn't force myself to get into the Rogue 40. Plus I have two gorgeous 39s in shearling. I really don't have a use for the 40, and I find that with even my 39s, they just get so heavy. Like, you load in your laptop, your work stuff, a notebook, wallet, maybe a scarf and some mitts because it's still winter, and it's heavy. Like, I love big heavy bags and they are substantial. So for me, the 40s wasn't going to work. I also did get to see a Rogue 40 in suede when I was away on a work trip to British Columbia. And don't get me wrong, I love the slouch that I've been seeing lately with Coach's bags that have been coming out. But the Rogue 40 was just like a huge puddle. And for me, it wasn't giving. I actually didn't even notice it in the store until somebody was looking at it. And I was like, wait a minute, what is that? Is that the new Rogue 40 in suede? It didn't even it wasn't even on my radar. I didn't even see it. I looked at everything in the store and it just shocked me that as a new release, I missed it. Usually I'm very cognizant of those things. But anyways, just the way it puddled, the way it felt, I thought the suede was very for a lack of a better word, it was very flimsy, very thin. So anyways, my opinion, okay, safe place. Anyways, I want to jump into the meat and potatoes of this video. So, 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, got this suede Gramercy tote for 60% off. Cannot believe it. I slept on this bag. This was never on my radar. Thank you to socials that threw it into my face and was like, hey, look at this. And obviously the algorithm gets set and that's all you freaking see all the time. So yeah, gotta give it to Coach. It's gorgeous, gorgeous bag. For the price, it made me feel comfortable buying a suede bag. So I was like, okay, I could do it for like whatever it was, $260 tax in kind of thing. I was like, I can live with it. So gorgeous bag. So then I go into the rabbit hole. And one day, the leather version of the Gramercy tote kept dropping. It was like 3 left, sold out, 2 left, sold out. So I was like, oh, I better keep a watch and see if I can snag one. Maple was the only one that day. It was like February 19th that this was happening. And Maple was the only one that consistently popped up. Black wasn't coming up. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'll get a Maple one because I don't really have anything Maple in my collection. I love black bags. That is like my comfort zone. So I picked up Maple. Got it today. And my first impression was the leather is different. This is advertised as genuine full grain leather. And it's incredibly smooth. Like it doesn't feel like there's any texture on it versus my Rogue 30 where you can see not striations, but you can see just the naturalness of the leather, if that makes sense. The feel of these two bags to me feel very different. Like this one is soft, supple, squishy, all that kind of stuff. I honestly, I didn't even fully unpack this because I was, what's the word? Underwhelmed. I wasn't blown away, that's for sure, when I opened this bag up. I kind of gave it a 360 and I was like, it's kind of giving plastic. Sorry if you have this bag and you love it. I actually wanted this as like a summer tote, something that was nice, lightweight, chuck everything into it. Don't really give, don't really give a SHIT. I shouldn't swear, but really, don't really give an SHIT of how beaten up this bag gets because again, it was 60% off and I didn't care. But looking at it, I was really disappointed in the thinness of the leather. And also, I thought that this bag was going to be smooth leather lined as its counterpart, the suede is. Just for quick comparison, if you can see, this is a beautiful, soft, like leather. Smooth. It's gorgeous. It's got some graining to it. Really love it. Doesn't feel plasticky at all to me. However, on the inside of the leather Gramercy tote, it's like this flaky, I don't even know if I don't want to accidentally rip off the hang tag or the price tag. It's like this weird, flaky, see that? Like, it's weird, and it's like peeling almost. It's like, it's so dry, whatever that is. If that's a underside of the leather or like what have you, it's so flaky. And so it's really flaky on the back side, and then on the front side when I was looking, it's got a different texture. It's really weird. So I was immediately thrown off. Also, I think I was expecting a deeper brown when they say maple. And for me, I live 16 hours away from a Coach store. I don't get the luxury of going in all the time and checking things out for myself and getting to touch things. So for me, a lot of the times I do end up online ordering or ordering through an SA by Pay by link, because that's the only way I'm going to get the experience of, finding out what the bag truly looks and feels like. This reminded me of a giant Hershey Kiss. Like, I don't know, for me it didn't give maple because I was thinking about that rich deep brown, and this just looks like milk chocolate. So again, I mean, I get it for the girlies or the guys out there that absolutely love this colorway, but for me, she was just a no. And definitely the lining, extremely turned off from the bag. So yeah, didn't like the leather counterpart of that. And I'm going to show you a close-up of just how this leather looks. It's incredibly, like, it's smooth. It doesn't feel textured in any way, pebbled in any way. So here's where I got confused. While I was in Vancouver, Surrey, I should say, I was in Surrey, BC, and I went to our flagship store. Actually, I should share this as a story, but I'll keep it short because it's crazy. It's craziness. We have a Coach flagship store. I went in and my eye immediately went to the Mott Messenger bag in suede. And it was the olive green. And when I compared it to the leather counterpart, I think it was a Compass, the olive on the Compass bag was like, it was like really green, if that makes sense. And then the olive on the suede Mott was like a gray green, more muted. Is that the word? I don't know what it is. And I love darks, as you can tell. I don't like a lot of color. The hair with the red is like the only pop of color I really enjoy. I love dark is like my color palette. I feel comfortable in them. I feel comfortable wearing them. I feel very confident in dark colors. So honestly, the maple for me was like, I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and fail. That was a fail for me. But anyways, got the suede, brought it home, sat on it for like 3 weeks, and it was still in my closet. And I was like, I got this. This came after. And I was like, I don't need 2 suede bags. This is crazy. So here I tried to process a return. Well, an in-store return, when you're trying to deal with Coach customer care, they can't find it because you purchased it in store and you have a receipt. So, long story, one of the Coach Care customer service representatives that I was talking to, he said, well, why don't you reach out to the store and see what they can facilitate for you? I Googled the store and it said temporarily closed. Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, closed. No hours were listed. And I'm literally shitting a brick. Like, I was like, what the heck am I going to do with this $700 bag that I don't want? So, bless the customer service agent that helped me, sent me a FedEx label. It's going to get shipped to our returns in Canada, and I'll just get my return process there. You know, I had to send my receipt and all that jazz. And so anyways, that's gone. So then I ordered and received today the Mott Messenger in leather. I essentially did an exchange in a roundabout way. This bag, again, it's massive. I can't even get it in the frame. It's the largest one, and I wanted the largest one for the slouch, and because I'm a big bag girly, I carry everything. So looking at this leather, I kid you not, on the bottom, genuine full grain leather. I received that Maple Gramercy and this Mott Messenger today. And side by side looking at them, they're night and day. So I don't understand the verbiage that's being used to describe these leathers. First of all, right off the bat, I noticed this bag is incredibly textured. It's like, can I say muted pebbled leather? Like you can see the pebbling. I do have a couple of little striations on the back. Whatever. I'm not gonna fuss over that too much. But if I can put it, there we go. That's all over the bag. And so then I was really thrown for the loop because I opened the Gramercy first and I didn't know what to expect. And it's smooth. And the leather on this bag feels very substantial. Of course, it's a heavy bag. It's a large bag. There's a lot of leather going on here. And the interior, it's different. It doesn't look like that where it's like dry and flaky. It's, I don't know how, like it's not smooth, but it's not rough. It's kind of in between. So anyways, I was immediately like, okay, the Gramercy's going. She's gonna get returned. It's not for me, and I don't wanna just have it sit on my shelf. Excuse me, and never use it again, or never use it ever. So this is a keeper. I'm so glad I returned the suede version of this because, again, I didn't want two suede olive green bags. It just seemed overwhelming to me. And as much as I loved that one, that suede one, I knew my heart would have loved the larger leather version more, even for maintenance purposes, because I've noticed already with my suede Gramercy, like, there is some maintenance. You have to take care of the suede, and so I didn't want that happening with the large Mott that I had. So anyways, this is her. She's got a totally different graining than that Gramercy. This actually more coincides with my Western Tabby, my black Western Tabby that I have. The leathers are very similar, and also very comparable to the Rogue 39. Yep. It's got the pebbling. I don't want to say pebbling, but you know what I mean? It's got the texture, whereas the Gramercy doesn't. So the first words out of my mouth, because I said to my husband, come and look at these. Like, am I crazy? Like, the first words out of my mouth was, how is it that they can do that and market two different bags in the same leathers and be at the retail level? Like, the Gramercy on its own is like $600 Canadian. This is $670 Canadian. So when I think about quality and bang for the buck, Mott takes the cake. I love this bag. So anyways, she's a keeper. She'll stay, and I'll definitely have her like conditioned and ready to go. Like, she's still got her wrapping on her. Yeah, I just got them today, so I wanted to make this video to talk a little bit about natural, how do they say it? Genuine full grain leather. There we go. That's the verbiage. Genuine full grain leather. What are your experiences? Do you have both bags to compare? Like, to me, it wasn't like a subtle difference. It's like a very, it's a night and day difference. I can tell immediately. Yeah. The Gramercy the leather version of the Gramercy feels like plastic. Sorry, I said it. However, when my Gramercy suede came in and I had kind of compared it to the Mott suede that I still had before I sent it away, very comparable in in the suede consistency, the feel. I find that the Gramercy suede is a little bit more stiff, and I'm hoping that with time she softens up a little bit. Like, I've been using her for a week. Like, I couldn't even bring myself to fully use the mott because I was afraid, simply because of the size of it, and also with it as being a crossbody, I knew it would be rubbing on my body. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna like sit on it for a bit and fully decide. But this came in, tags came off. It was like, yeah, I'm wearing it, because my brain also was like, you got this at such a good deal. Even if she wears out, she would have served her purpose, right? So there is a lot more maintenance, but it's just for the price point and that the quality that this was, I was like, I can do this. When I was in Vancouver and I got my suede mott, I did get a monogrammed hang tag, and of course I kept it because I'm not going to return it on you can't on a monogrammed hang tag. So I got it on this stone colored Coach hang tag, and I just got like the Vancouver skyline. And that was really significant to me because, again, I don't live by a store. I don't get the luxury of any personalized experiences, and I've been wanting to so bad be able to go and get Coach Create done, and I don't even know if there's a location in Canada that does. If you know, please drop it in the comments and let me know. So anyways, that's my ramble on that. Let me know what you think in the comments, if you have these bags, if you've seen differences in quality. One of the things I've seen that Coach is doing is they're really honing in on the natural grain leather and the suede, to be honest. They're dropping a lot, like the haversacks and all that jazz. And I think the newest drop that hit on the 25th, I honestly had to stay off the socials because it's so overwhelming. And as a person who has anxiety, like, I knew I didn't want anything new that was dropping, but the hype around everything and the negativity, and like, I'm not gonna get into it on here. It just wasn't for me. So I'm glad I just stuck to what I got, and I'm glad that I was able to, you know, firmly make a decision. I was actually going to keep both the Gramercy and the mott, and I'm glad that one worked for me and one will work for somebody else. So anyways, that's my little spiel for today. I'm not really going to do a what's in my bag or anything like that because my Gramercy's all filled up right now, and I don't want to be flipping through bags too much. I'm going to be packing the mott back with all the stuffing into the box, and she will be shipped out tomorrow. I do believe it's still sold out online, as it was on the retail last chance. I was thinking about advertising her on one of the Canadian Facebook groups that is like Coach specific, but I think I'm just going to hold off on that because I don't know if people are really into the Gramercy, and I don't want to like lose my money. So I mean, if you're watching and you're Canadian and you really want it, I'll let you know what I paid for it, and basically it's going to be that plus shipping on the buyer. But as for now, I did get a shipping label for it, so I will be returning it. So tomorrow, Sunday, March 1st, if I don't receive any commentary here of somebody wanting it, she's going back. But anyways, thank you for coming and watching. Thank you for spending some time with me. And I do want to say thank you to the people who subscribed after my last video. I loved making that comparison video of the Rogues, and it was just so nice to see like the comments that I got, and the subscriptions. Like, I think I got 10 or 12 new people who had subscribed, so I really appreciate that. I know I'm a low-key small channel. I'm very raw and unfiltered and unedited. I don't do that kind of thing. So I do appreciate the people that came through and subscribed. And I say it all the time, I'll make more videos, but I really have to be like in that sharing kind of moment to want to like hop on and talk to you guys and share my thoughts. So anyways, thank you so much for coming by, and have a lovely last weekend of February. Take care. Bye.